So when Apple releases a new software update, a major software update, and this year of course is iOS 16, they usually grab older features and improve those for the next version of iOS. And a great example of that is focus mode. Focus mode in iOS 16 is a lot better than it is in iOS 15. Same thing applies for screen time. It's a lot better. Photo library, you can now share photo libraries with someone directly. So Apple has improved older features that were already here. But in this video, what I wanted to share with you guys is brand new features not found on any previous versions of iOS or technologies built in to features that Apple has never done before. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is accessibilities here in settings. Apple has added two new categories to accessibilities never added before. We have Apple Watch mirroring and control nearby devices. Now, I have this iPhone 12 Pro Max here, and I'm going to go ahead and try to connect to this device. Keep in mind, this is still buggy. It is beta software, but there it is. It shows my devices that are nearby. I have my iPad, my iPhone, and my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I can connect to this iPhone just like so and control this device. I can go into the app switcher just like that. I can bring down the control center, the notification center. It is pretty cool. Also invoke Siri and things like that. So you can now control nearby devices that are logged into the same Apple ID and connected to the same Wi-Fi network using your iPhone, something never seen before on the iPhone here. Now we also have Apple Watch mirroring, and this one is super cool because you can connect to your Apple Watch by simply turning on this toggle here. So let's go ahead and turn it on, and you can see that the Apple Watch will be connected. And again, this is beta software, but it is working very nicely. You can also go ahead and long press, use the same gestures that you will use on your Apple Watch and interact with the UI right there. As you can see, I can go ahead and change these watch faces. I can press on the keys right here. I can scroll through with the digital crown, which is really cool. Again, minor delays here because this is beta software, but it is something that is entirely new in iOS 16, where you can control your Apple Watch directly from iPhone and control nearby devices. Now, a brand new feature that Apple has brought to the Photos application, and this is something that Apple has never done before. If we go into the Photos application here and we look for an image right here, we now have this new machine learning technology that allows you to lift up a subject from an image. So if I long press on the subject, it lifts it up. It works with animals, with humans, and it's super cool. You can integrate this into messages and drop it into a message and create a sticker. It took a lot of machine learning and processing power for this to actually be pulled off by Apple, and it's now a new feature in iOS 16, something never done before. Now, as we're in Photos, I want to also share a brand new feature that Apple has integrated within Photos, never done before, and that is locking an individual category with Face ID or Touch ID. This is something that Apple has never done before. Apple uses Face ID and Touch ID to protect your iPhone, right? To authenticate, go ahead and make purchases and things like that, but Apple really doesn't lock individual features within application, and this year they did so. So now if I go into hidden albums, it requires Face ID or Touch ID in order to gain access to these photos. Back in iOS 14 and 15 days, you can actually have the hidden folders be visible, and then anyone can actually go in there regardless. So new technology integrated within inside of an application, something never done before, recently deleted. Also requires Face ID or Touch ID to gain access. If someone grabs your phone, they can actually go and try to get into those photos, but they can't because now Face ID and Touch ID will protect that. If we go into the Photos extension here, that is where you find this feature. If you want to enable it, right there it is, Face ID. You can use it to actually restrict or have control over your hidden photos and recently deleted, so no one can get access to them, even if they grab your phone without you knowing. Again, something that Apple has just now integrated into iOS 16. Now, I also want to talk about something really cool within the keyboard. Of course, we've always had some keyboard settings on iPhone, but if we go into sound and haptic, Apple has added something entirely new, and this has to do with hardware as well. Apple is now using the Haptic engine built inside of your iPhone to give you haptic feedback on the keyboard. Now, I know this might sound silly, but now you can actually feel the actual typing on the keyboard of your iPhone when you type, and this is something entirely new where Apple is using the haptics on the actual iPhone to give you feedback on the keyboard of iPhone. A lot of users have been waiting for this feature for a very long time, and it is finally here. So sound and haptics and a keyboard feedback. You can now enable haptics. I believe this is off by default. You're not going to want to go back once you enable this brand new option for the keyboard of iPhone. Now, Apple has also added additions to Siri, so now even without being connected to a network, Siri can do several tasks. So it's on-device machine learning, and Siri can also restart your iPhone. So simply invoke Siri, restart this iPhone.
Just to confirm, you want to restart this device?
And as you can see right there, Siri can now restart your iPhone. Obviously, I'm not going to do so, but this is something that you can do with or without a network connection. So it's machine learning, something new that Apple is adding to iOS 16, where Siri can now be more useful without having to connect to a network. So on-device machine learning. Now, last but not least, I would like to talk about AirPods, because AirPods also received new options and new features in iOS 16. When you connect a pair of AirPods to your iPhone, you get this brand new category here, which is entirely new, only found in iOS 16, which gives you any and every detail about your AirPods. Let's go ahead and connect to Bluetooth. It looks like they disconnected there because they're not in my ears. So let's go ahead and connect. And once we connect, we have the option to go into AirPods settings, and hopefully Apple will integrate an update button here so you can see what's new within the AirPods firmware updates when they do release those. But aside from that, Apple has added an entire category separate that's only available in iOS 16, where you can go ahead and activate and deactivate the ear detection, also automatic connection to iPhone, spatial audio, personalized spatial audio, which is new in iOS 16 as well. And under accessibilities, there's a new feature at the bottom, which is tone levels. Now with this one, you want to be a little careful because you can blow out your eardrums, but you can actually surpass the limit of 100 to up to 125 right here, and it gives you sort of a brief description, sort of warning, because sound effects and sounds will now be louder on AirPods, and you can go above and beyond 100 to 125. So be careful with this one, but this is something that's entirely new for AirPods, brand new AirPods categories, spatial, personalized spatial audio, and of course, the ability to raise those tones above the limit of 100. Let me know what you think about videos like this one. If you want me to make more videos like this one, make sure to like this video and let me know in those comments down below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.